So
Yes.
this is the Bitcoin Explorer. So this is where you can go to have a look at just about any blockchain and also Bitcoin. Look at things like what the current price is of Bitcoin. So there you can see it's really high, like more than $60,000 for Bitcoin, and also a look at the different blocks. The price has been going. So I've mentioned talking about blocks and transactions. So from this page, you can go and have a look at the actual blocks that make up the blockchain when it comes to Bitcoin. So looking at the latest blocks, so here I have the miner, the size, and we can go and view things like all the blocks. So this is block, with the block number, it gives information on when it was mined, who the miner was. So this is a mining pool. So mining pools are really just people or companies that have hundreds of thousands of millions of computers that try and do the mining. You can see the hash value that makes that up, the timestamp, and these things are unchangeable. So you can see the transaction volume, and you can see the block reward and also the fee for generating that block. So looking at more, you can see the Coinbase that's been returned, 6.3, going towards the miner with a fee and all the information. And we can pretty much see also the transactions that happened in that block. So looking back at the Explorer, you can also see the latest transactions that happened and also the amount of that was spent. So that fluctuates. You can see the latest transactions. You could also create a wallet and also buy Bitcoin and trade Bitcoin from this. So that's just looking at quickly at blockchain blocks and transactions. So these, going back to the presentation. So that's pretty much what a mining pool looks like. And because of the amount of computers and infrastructure to mine these transactions, it's kind of not good for the environment. So somebody once compared it to the amount of power consumption to the country that I'm living in, so if you evaluate the power consumption. And, it has been hit by fraud and specific attacks where, these people were trying to influence either the price or miners. And just to show you the different hash pools or the mining pools that are mining all these transactions, most of them are based in places like China, Russia, etc., USA, and these are some of the biggest pools. So basically putting it all together, anyone can run a Bitcoin node or a miner. You just need to install the software on a very good computer with a GPU. And miners compete to add transactions to blocks and win Coinbase rewards. Anyone can purchase Bitcoin or have a wallet or from selling it and spend it using your wallet or submitting transactions to the Bitcoin network. So there's a plus and a bad side. Some of the things that happened is where Bitcoin mining people are either thrown in jail for electricity theft. Most of the people doing it are sometimes, of a shady nature. So quite often it tends towards more criminals that get involved. Anywhere where anonymous payment of money or currency is involved, you'll find shady people involved. But it doesn't just have to be bad, right? So companies and countries like China, India, and certain countries are actually against Bitcoin and have started restricting it and also banning cryptocurrency or even if you're looking at India, where they banning and penalizing miners and also traders of cryptocurrency. And it's not just Bitcoin. There's different kinds of cryptocurrencies, Litecoin, Ripple, Ethereum, and lots more. And also just looking at the top 10 list. So there's quite a lot of cryptocurrencies out there, but be warned, a lot of these internet coin offerings, if you look at the past year, 80% of the cryptocurrencies that were launched were fraudulent. Yeah? So scams, people start up, kind of create like a pyramid scheme, buy out crypto, and then they just disappear with the money. So you're always got to be careful. But looking at things like Ethereum, it was the next cryptocurrency based on blockchain. They developed their own Ethereum blockchain protocol by a person called Vitalik Buterin. He once used to, or was the owner and founder of Vitalik Bitcoin magazine. And they started looking at blockchain at a more from a smart contract basis. Also, Solidity, using Solidity as a programming language to create their Ethereum, object-oriented, using C++, Python, and JavaScript that basically targets a specific Ethereum virtual machine that was running their protocol. And basically anybody can take part of their public network. And a lot of private blockchain offerings are based on the Ethereum protocol. So looking at smart contracts, so you guys saw what blockchain is, how it works with the cryptography and the hashing, and the different kinds of cryptography or cryptocurrency that based on blockchain. The best thing or business used for a blockchain is business related, is when we look at smart contracts. So things where business rules or business properties and their rules are programmatically defined and apply to transactions that we use in business. So most of these are promptly used with Ethereum, and they also provide some autonomy, trust, safety, and efficiency, and also that secure level of trust that blockchains provides. So a smart contract basically has the code and the state of the contract on the blockchain. So where we had the blocks, so this is where the data and also a state of the data is on the blockchain. And depending on when looking at things like programmatic or an application, so the code, etc., being immutable, you can't really change it. It's publicly readable, so anybody can have a view of it. And also there's no external dependencies, and every call to a contract is executed by every miner.
Hello, Adnan.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Hi, Adnan. Yes, it's time.
Okay. So
yes,
that's basically the use of a business function to have smart contracts on the blockchain. So there are a number of different smart contracts and business uses, and on Azure there are in the marketplace things that you can go and use for the blockchain. So my presentation will be uploaded as well. So I'll make the slides available. So I've actually added tons of content in here that you guys can have a look at. And thank you for joining the session.